Hey, Lady T. Hey, Miss Cynthia. Good evening, good evening, good evening. We just get started. We've been on here 1 minute. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Come on in, y'all. Come on in, come on in, come on in, y'all. Come on in. Welcome in, Miss Cynthia. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Jessica. We just logging in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Today's topic, I'm just getting on. Today's topic is two sides to every story. Welcome in, Luck. If somebody can write that in the chat, two sides to every story. Two sides to every story. That's today's topic. Two sides to every story. Two sides to every story. Two sides to every story. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Today's topic is two sides to every story. Welcome in, welcome in. Y'all already know we don't take off till we hit 10,000 taps. So when you come in, make sure you are following the live host. Make sure you grabbing up your pen and your paper. The topic for today, two sides to every story. Let's talk about it. Two sides to every story. Two sides to every story. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. If you are in my chat, if you in my chat on Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube, could somebody in the chat put this in the comments? Topic, two sides to every story. Two sides to every story. That's the topic for today. Two sides to every story. Hey, Miss Janice! Ah! Hey, Miss Janice. I miss you. Love you. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Today's topic is two sides to every story. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Could you please put this in the chat so everybody know what today's topic is? Today's topic is two sides to every story. Two sides to every story. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let me see where we at. Oh, we at 3,000. If y'all don't mind holding my nose down, sharing my live out, cause y'all already know we don't go live. We don't take off to 10,000 taps. And once you share my live out to 10 different people, you don't have to do it no more. So when you come in the chat, make sure you are following me. Make sure you grab up a pen and a paper. Make sure you are willing to support the live host. Come on in. We just get started. Y'all know we don't take off the 10,000 taps. Welcome in. Welcome in. Once again, I'm trying something new. I never really go live on Facebook unless I'm in church, but I decided to bring Facebook on live while I'm live on TikTok, while I'm live on YouTube. Welcome in YouTube. When you come in my YouTube, make sure you are thumbing up the live. Let me know where you repping from. I love my YouTubers because I have YouTubers from Europe. I have YouTubers from the Netherlands. I have YouTubers from Africa. I have YouTubers from across the globe. Your girl is global. Welcome in, welcome in. If you are following me, if you are watching me, somebody on my Facebook, if you don't mind, if you are watching me on Facebook, I need somebody to be writing certain stuff down. Welcome in, welcome in. If you are watching me on Facebook, if you don't mind writing this in the chat, put topic. I might have to write it. Topic. Two sides to every story. Two sides to every story. It's two sides to every story. That's the topic. TikTok. If you are following me on TikTok right now, if you can hear me, somebody on my TikTok, hey Tish, somebody right now write two sides to every story. Welcome in. Somebody on my YouTube, put in the chat, two sides to every story. That's the topic for today. Two sides to every story. Two sides to every story. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. It's two sides to every story. And we're going to talk about some things that might be touchy. We're going to talk about some things that might step on some toes. But y'all already know we're going to talk about it. We don't shy away from certain conversations, certain topics. We're going to talk about it. And I feel like it's a conversation that need to be had because I don't think everybody gets this concept. It's always one-sided. It's always my way or the highway. It ain't no other way. It's always my grandma did it, so it had to be right. My mama said it, so it had to be right. Oh, my auntie did it, so it had to be right. It can't be no wiggle room to change nothing, but we're going to talk about it. Welcome in, Facebook. If you are on my Facebook and you don't mind writing this in the comment, put topic. And today's topic is two sides to every story. Come on in, come on in. Welcome in, TikTok. Welcome in, Pakistan. Welcome in, welcome in. Von Ski, welcome in, welcome in. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome in. Welcome in TikTok, welcome in Facebook, welcome in YouTube. Come on in, come on in. Where we at? Y'all know we take off. We gonna take off the 10,000 taps. Right now, I am actually on 3 different platforms right now, y'all. I am on TikTok, I am on Facebook, I am on YouTube. I am on 3 different platforms right now. Listen, I don't know which one of these platforms gonna put me in a position that is gonna allow me to retire my mama. But one of these platforms gonna retire my mama. I don't know which one of y'all gonna do it. But come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's go. Hey Lori, hey Yanni. Hey Yanni. Good afternoon. Hey, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I think I'm gonna have to write it because ain't nobody writing it in my time. Listen. Topic, two sides to every story. I know there's something different for Facebook. Facebook ain't used to me getting on here. But I always have a topic. Two sides. Hold on. Welcome in, welcome in. We almost at 7. Welcome in, y'all. Hold on, I'm trying to write two sides. To every story. That is the topic for today. Two sides to every story. Two sides to every story. Two sides to every story. That's the topic for today. Come on in, come on in. Y'all know we gonna take off the 10,000 taps. We almost at 10 minutes. Where we at in 10 minutes? We almost at 10,000. Come on, y'all. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hey, CC. Hey, Steph. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Listen, I got y'all watching me on YouTube, but I don't see nobody thumbing up. I got you watching me on YouTube, but I don't see nobody thumbing up. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. When you join my live, I ask that you like the live. When you on Facebook, y'all tap that screen and give me some hearts on Facebook. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We got to get Facebook engaging and knowing what to do when they see me on here going live because they're not so inviting. Welcome in, Tyra. Welcome in. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Tyra 538. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for my gift. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Where we at? Where we at? Come on, y'all. Oh, baby, we almost at 10,000 taps. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome in, y'all. Come on, y'all. We almost at 10,000. Welcome in. Welcome in. I know it, Lady T. I already know y'all tap because we almost at 10,000. We almost at 10,000. Like, come on, come through. Welcome in, welcome in. That's what I be liking. When y'all jump on so we can get on to 10,000. Come on, y'all. We almost at 10,000. Y'all know we gonna take off the 10,000 taps. We'll be at 10,000 in a few taps. 10K. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Yesterday I started something different. I started connecting on Facebook. I got Facebook, but I never really engaged with Facebook like that because I don't feel that Facebook will engage back. But it ain't even gonna make me no never mind because the more they see me live on Facebook, they gonna join in. Listen, let's talk about it. That part, we in the building. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. When you come in my live, let me give out my disclaimers. When you come in my live, I want you to understand something. Join my live at your own risk. Join my live at your own risk. I come in peace. But this is my live, and I need for you to understand that this is my live. You will not take over my live. When you come in my live, I need you to understand that I am saved in real life. I'm not just saved for social media. I'm saved in real life. I'm saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled, baptized, believing, tongue talking, foot stomping, hand clapping, saved. Like I'm saved in real life, not just for social media. So when you come in my live, if you are an atheist, if you prayed about something and it ain't come to pass and now you mad at God, this might not be the live for you. Because when I want to talk about Jesus, when I want to talk about God, and if I need to quote something, I can go to that Bible. I might get to praying on my life. I might get to speaking in tongues on my life. And if that is something that offends you or you ain't rocking with, baby, this is not the live that you want to join. Because I'm going to talk about Jesus I'm going to talk about Jehovah on my live. I'm going to talk about the King of Kings on my live. When you come in my live, understand something. I ask that you engage on my live, not because I feel like you gonna pay my rent, you gonna pay my mortgage, you gonna pay my student loans off, you gonna pay my car note. I ask that you engage on my platforms because that is the only way to get pushed out to the FYP in order for other people to come on my live. So when you come on my lives, I ask that you do tap the screen, share it out. I'm just realizing, like I said, I never really go live on Facebook, but on Facebook, y'all can send me stars. That helps push me out and get other people to engage. When you on YouTube, I ask that you thumb up. I ask that you engage. I ask that you comment. Now, my people on TikTok, y'all already know how we get down. I ask that you tap that screen. I ask that you share it out. I ask that you engage. I ask that you send a comment. And no, I have to say this. No, you're not making me rich. So please don't get in your feelings if you support my live. And for the people in the back that don't engage but will watch me, but will not support me, hey, I see you. I see that you see me. Because you always tell me, people see me somewhere, and they be like, I saw your live, I heard about your live. But my question to them be, but I don't never see you support nothing. But I see you watching. When you come on my live, I ask that you grab something to write in, something to write with, a pen or a pencil. You might even need to grab a box of tissue because you might leave out of here crying. When you come in my live, I need you to understand you will not be disrespectful. You will not be distasteful. And we are not going to be doing all that cussing. We can agree to disagree, but what you will not do is take over my live. You will not attack nobody on my live. I have created a platform that we can talk as grown people. Listen, I am an educator. I teach ninth graders, ELA all day. A lot of my students find me on social media because none of my platforms are private. So I teach them all day. It don't mean that I like talking to my students all day. I need 14 different people to give me a rose. You can give me however many roses you want, but right now I need 14 different people. Thank you, niece, for giving me the popular vote. I need 14 different people to give me a rose to help fill up this flash goal. When you come in, listen, I need you to understand I am an educator. So I talk to students all day. That don't mean I want my students on my lives. That do not mean I want them talking to me or listening to what I'm saying. I like talking to adults. I like talking to people that's open-minded. I don't like talking to nobody that's simple-minded and feel like everything that I'm going to say, it don't carry no weight. I am a certified life coach. There are some people that don't want to talk to people like me because they feel like, wait a minute, how she know anything? She on social media. I do have degrees. I have a degree in communication, but I don't care if you got a doctor in front of your name, if you got a PhD, a psychology degree. I don't care. To me, life is the biggest teacher over any book or any alphabet that you would have in front of your name. And I'm 46 years old. I've been through some things in my life that I feel like I can share. One thing about me that I will not do, I will not speak on something that I don't know nothing about or I ain't been through, because I ain't got no business speaking on it if I ain't never been through it. And if you ain't never been through anything that's been discussed on my life will go over your head if you ain't never been through nothing, because how you gonna tell me something or anybody else something? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If you ain't never been through nothing. I like talking to people that's open-minded. I like talking to people that understand I don't think I'm right. I don't think I'm better than nobody. But one thing I will not do on my lives, I would not water nothing down. I would not sugarcoat nothing. I would not make it fit your narrative because that's how you feel or that's how you want to make it feel. If you get offended by anything that I say, after the first time listening to me and you don't like the way I talk, you don't like that I'm a woman of color, you don't like the way I use my hands, you don't like that my skin tone is dark, you don't care if I got a wide nose, and you feel like you want to attack my character because you don't like people of color or however, and it makes you feel some type of way. Baby, this ain't the lie for you because I'm going to be a woman of color until they put me 6 feet under. So me being a black woman speaking to you offends you, baby, this might not be the lie for you because I'm going to be a black woman no matter what. I'm not changing anything because it may hurt your feelings. I'm going to say this in advance. If I hurt your feelings, I am doing it respectfully, because sometimes in life, you need to be uncomfortable in order to get comfortable. Everybody want to be comfortable with everything that goes on in life. And as soon as they get uncomfortable, they get mad. But come on in here. We're going to talk about it. And if the shoe fit, if it happened to fit when I'm talking about something, please lace it up and wear it. But I do know one thing and two things for sure. A hit dog gonna holler. Every time if I say something and it resides with them or it fits their lifestyle or it's pertaining to them, they gonna jump on my live and be like, oh, she wrong, what she said, because a hit dog gonna holler every time. When you come in, listen, I need 10 more people. No, I need 11 more people to give me a rose. Y'all, come on. I need 11 more people to give me a rose so we can be finished with this flash goal. When you come in, if you have not grabbed up your daily heart meat, if you have not shared the live out at least with 10 people, thank you, Inspired Angel. If you have not done all these things, please do so to let people know that your girl is live. Send this thing out. Do not gatekeep. I hope I said everything. Okay, listen, with that being said, I'm going to get ready to pray. Hold on. Oh, I forgot one last thing. I don't like religious people. I don't like religious people. I like people that got a relationship with God. Because I feel like religious people, hey, Von, I feel like religious people are very judgmental. And I can't put you in no heaven or hell. I am not bigger than the program. Some people feel like they're bigger than the program. One thing I know about God, God is a gentle God. God don't force you nor make you. And God do everything decency and in order. So, if you are a religious person and you judgmental and you feel like if this or that, this ain't the lot for you, because I don't like religious people. I'm not even finna go back and forth with nobody religious. I like talking to people that got a relationship with God, because I understand my lives. I'm not talking to one side fits all. I don't think that I'm sitting on the other side of this screen talking to everybody that's saved. I'm not sitting on talking to everybody that's married. I'm not sitting on here to everybody that look like me, that's men or women. It's not one side fits all. What I do know, God is love. God is love. If you've just coming in, listen, I need 10 more people to grab up the rolls. I need 10 more people to grab up the rolls. Welcome in Facebook. Welcome in YouTube. Welcome in TikTok. Because your girl is live on all 3 platforms. If you just came in, I ask that you grab up your daily heart me. I ask that 9 people, thank you, Vaughn. I need 9 more people to send your girl the rolls. If you have not, hold my nose down. Share my live out to at least 10 people. Once you do that one time, you don't got to do that no more. If you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you are thumbing up on YouTube so that I know, that you are there. When you on YouTube, rep your city or your state, let me shout you out. To my Facebook family, I know y'all hardly ever see me go live. Only time I really go live on Facebook is when I'm at church. Well, baby, we not at church. I go live every day on my other platforms, but I decided to allow y'all to join in. And yesterday, I learned a little bit about the stars. So if you want to support me on my Facebook platform, make sure you are hitting them stars up. Y'all tap that screen. I know it's somewhere in the bottom that you can put some hearts or something. Like, let me know that y'all there. If y'all don't mind, but if y'all do, hey. With that being said, let me get ready to pray. Oh, today's topic, make sure y'all got this in the chat. Today's topic is 2 sides to every story. That's the topic for today. 2 sides to every story. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I need 8 more people to give me a rose. You see this up here? I need 8 more people to give me a rose. Thank you, Philip Mo. Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Mel. Welcome in, welcome in. Make sure y'all are liking the live. Repent of all my sins. Lord Jesus, I come to you humble. Thanking you in advance for choosing me to be the person you chose to speak to your people. Lord, I'm asking that you cover me from the top of my head to the sole of my feet. I plead the blood of Jesus over the airways, over my house, over my husband, over my son. Lord, I cancel any following spirits, any monitoring spirits, any jumping spirits, anything not sent by you, anything sent to disrupt this message that's about to go out. Lord, I'm asking that you cover the mouths of the enemy and close the ears of the prince of the air. I plead the blood of Jesus over the airways. Lord, I'm asking that you send quality over quantity. Lord, creating me a clean heart so I don't bleed on your people. Creating the people that you're going to send to my lives a clean heart so they're open to receive the word that's about to go down. Lord, don't let this word return unto you void. Don't let this message fall on deaf ears. Let this word be sent out to do exactly what it needs to do. Lord, allow this message to be touched and reach the people that it needs to reach. I ask that you cover the words that are going to come out my mouth and stuff that's going to be talked about. Cancel anything not sent by you. Lord, throw your weight around in your son Jesus' name. Amen. Let's get ready. Listen, today's topic is 2 sides to every story. Let's get into it. Listen to me. Hey Rita Mayfo, good afternoon. Hey Hazel, good afternoon Nicole. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If you just joining my live, I'm asking that you make sure you are following me. You grabbing up your daily heart me. And I need 8 more people to send me a rose. I need 8 more people to send me a rose so that we can be finished with the daily goal. But listen, thank you. When we sit down and we talk and have certain conversations, I know a lot of people feel like when they're a certain age, or you know what, I'm going to say it like this, their upbringing. When you're raised in a certain household or you're raised a certain way, you automatically feel like that upbringing has to be set in stone. It ain't no changing because this is the way I was raised and it got to be right because my mama, grandma, auntie, ancestor, somebody said it and they got to be right and everybody's wrong. But let me tell you where that is not the truth. Because we can argue and we will argue about this topic because people I'm going to get a lot of pushback. But let's talk about it. Every child needs, not deserves, every child needs both parents in order to function properly in this world. It doesn't necessarily mean that the 2 parents that created the child has to be in the same household. I said they need both parents to live or function properly in the world. When you say that to certain women that are bitter, that are mad, that are angry, that do it on their own, they feel like I am the sole provider, and if my baby daddy do not do it, I will do it on my own. Then they will turn and put all the weight on their mother. But we hardly ever talk to the dads that are single dads, or the dads that really, truly, wholeheartedly want to be a part of their kids' lives. Because all we hear in social media, all we hear from our homegirls, all we see in certain ethnicities, all we see is either you a single mother, you rarely see single fathers, and the woman does the bulk of the job because of whatever reason. The woman feels like she is the better person to make sure that your child, when I say you and the man you laid down and had a baby with, she is the better one to raise that child, and that's not always necessarily true. Then you have men that do want to partake in their kids' lives, but can't partake in their kids' lives. It is 100 reasons, but the first reason we're going to talk about, and I'm going to say what I want to say, is because of the bitter, angry baby mama. It ain't always because the man don't want to do it. A lot of the times, the man don't come around, he don't help, he don't support, because he does not want to hear the backlash. He don't want to hear the breaking him down, tearing him down. He don't want to be with all that arguing, all that back and forth. He don't want to hear all what he ain't did, when at the end of the day, it is still his responsibility to make sure that his child sees both parents. But a lot of women need to take responsibility on the reason why a lot of these men are not in their kids' lives. Let's talk about it. We can sit here and go back and forth and say, oh, he don't want to because he got a new family. We can say, he don't. The man ain't around because he ain't paid child support. The man ain't around. I reached out to him and he didn't do what he's supposed to. But I'm going to put a pin in that. I'm going to say this. When you lay down and have a child, it is your responsibility and it's his responsibility. It is not your mom's responsibility. For some strange reason, a lot of women depend solely on their mothers when it comes to the responsibility of providing for their children. I'm going to say this for the tired mamas. A lot of the mamas are tired. A lot of these women, your mothers have raised you, did the best she can, raised your siblings, and now she wants to be able to kick back, lay down when she wants to, get up when she wants to, but now she is stuck in being responsible for your child because, one, she's your mother. She doesn't do it because she has to do it. Your mother helped you out because she wants to do it, because she loves you, and she want to make sure you're functioning. But where the problem lies is some of y'all baby daddies walking around here, living good, eating good, riding good, got money, ain't in the grave, ain't in jail, walking around here free as a bird, but you will get mad the moment your mama say, you know what, I'm tired today, I don't want to watch no children. Now you mad at your mama, but at the end of the day, your baby daddy around here making more children, your baby daddy around here living a good life, and then what mind boggles me, your baby daddy got a whole mama, got a whole sister, they got other family members that are willing to help you with your child, because a lot of the time when you got baby daddies that don't want to do nothing for their children, the mama and the sister know that their brother and child ain't by the quarter, so a lot of the aunties would step up, want to step in. The grandmas want to play a part because they know their child, the mamas know her son lacking, the sister know her brother lacking. But when the mama did something, the sister did something, all because the baby mama is mad at the baby daddy. And then when it comes down to it, if I've sat and I'm talking to men, and the reason why they're not partaking in their kids' lives, not because nothing happened with the mama and the father, he don't want to come around because he don't feel like going back and forth with you. And I'm going to tell you this. A lot of the times when some of these men, and this ain't 100% across the board, and this ain't every man, when some of these men get tired of the women that's the sole providers, get tired of them controlling the narrative, they will throw their hands up and don't do nothing at all because they have said to themselves, I am so sick of you controlling me. I'm so sick of you telling me when I can see my child, when I can't see my child. I'm so sick of you picking up the phone when you want to, not picking up the phone when you want to. I'm so tired of you blocking me, unblocking me. Anytime you and him mad. I'm going to say this for the women in the back who don't get it. A lot of the times when you mad at your baby daddy, for whatever reason you mad at him, the child don't even know that you and daddy mad. The child don't know daddy ain't paid the child support. The child don't know daddy didn't show up. The child don't know daddy lied when he said he was coming. They don't know that daddy was supposed to send mommy some money. Whatever the case may be, the child don't even know that mommy and daddy mad. All they know is they ain't seeing their daddy. They don't even know why y'all getting into it. It ain't got nothing to do with the child. The topic today is two sides to every story. A lot of the times when we look around and we see children that are fatherless and their daddies are walking around here and you can literally see their daddies, the first thing that comes to mind is, oh, that man must be a deadbeat. He must be deadbeat. He must don't take care of his kids. Child, he don't take care of his kids. And not because they got proof, all because the mother has sat down and talked about them and said, he ain't no good. He don't do nothing for my child. He don't show up. He don't pay the child support. I can't ask him for nothing. But let's tell the whole truth. You telling your side. But in actuality, have you done everything that you were supposed to do when it comes to your child? You're supposed to make sure your child has everything. And if you grew up as a woman without your daddy and you ain't making sure that your your children see their daddy, it's shame on you, not the baby daddy. I didn't grow up with my daddy. I don't have my daddy's last name. But when it comes down to my children, like this generation right here, let me tell you about this generation right here. Why I love this generation. This generation right here, they gonna show up with some receipts. Do you hear me? If you get into it with one of these younger people, the young people, they gonna come with you with some, oh, I got receipts. They gonna come with the receipts when it benefits them. But what I don't like about this generation, you can't tell them nothing. They know everything. You ain't been here before. You ain't walked in her shoes before. Your mama didn't. Nobody didn't. They got all the answers because who they are. Oh, I am the mama. You the mama, but he also got a daddy. She also got a daddy. You the mama, and you supposed to make sure your child is getting everything they need. And you know what they need? Both parents. Not because y'all together. If you and your baby daddy don't make it work, don't make it, it's not the end of the world. It don't mean you a bad person as the mother. It don't mean he a bad person as the father. It just means y'all didn't work out. Now, you have cases where you have to do what you got to do. You have to get the courts involved. Let's talk about it. You got to get the courts involved because the other parent, the outside parent, ain't running you nail dollar. Listen, do what you got to do. But you do know the courts do more than make the absent parent pay child support. Let's make it plain for y'all in the back. The courts do more than make the absent parent pay money. You know the courts will make him get his children. You can go to the courts, they will draw up some papers, and it will be that he has to get his child. Meaning, you can set it up for every weekend, every other week. You can set it up for one day a week. The courts do more than make the absent parent pay you the finances. It takes more than finances to take care of children. I don't know where we got this thing lost at. When I was raising my children, and one of my kids' daddy, and anybody know me knows that it was more than money to me. I don't care how many times my baby daddy made me mad. I don't care how many times me and my kids' daddy got into it. I don't care if we was on the phone and he was cussing me out, I'm steady telling the kids, get your shoes because you still going with your daddy. I don't understand why so many women don't realize they need a peace of mind as well. A lot of these men don't care really if you let them see the kids or you don't, because that means they ain't got to be responsible for nobody. That's why this generation of men, they like y'all. They wouldn't like women like me because women like me understand it takes more than finances to raise a child. But then a lot of bitter baby mamas, and they don't like that word, bitter baby mamas, you mad for whatever reason. And I'm not saying it ain't no bitter baby daddies. That ain't what I'm saying. But right now, this conversation right now at hand, I'm talking about the bitter baby mamas. I'm talking about the baby mamas that get mad when the man move on. Or the man, oh, he over there. You will sit and watch him provide for somebody else's child, his other children, do everything he want to do. And instead of you doing what you're supposed to do as the mother, but you will sit there and be mad. You'll get on social media and dog him. You'll sit in a group and dog him. And I don't understand how you sit around a bunch of women and y'all sit there and y'all exchange words and y'all be, yeah, child, he ain't no good. Yeah, girl, he a deadbeat. Instead of y'all saying, wait a minute, hold on. He ain't giving me the financial part. And listen, I'm not talking about the men that straight up don't want to be a man, don't want to be in their child life. No, I'm not talking about that man. I'm talking about the men that want to partake in their kids' life, but they're not given the opportunity to be a part of their children's life. That part. She says her daughter daddy don't help financially, but he sure partake in he's active. But when we have so many children without their other parent, and that other parent has been silenced because a lot of these men that are not partaking in their kids' life, a lot of the time, it ain't because they don't want to partake in their kids' life. And why some people will sit in a group and bad mouth talk about, because that's your homegirl, instead of you telling your homegirl right from wrong. And that's what I'm talking about. You shouldn't be sitting in their circle where they upholding you in your wrong. Somebody should be able to say, now you dead wrong. You dead wrong because that man wants to partake in their kids. Oh, but they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that you dead wrong. They want you to agree with the foolishness. I don't want to be around nobody that can't tell me the truth. And I don't want to be around nobody that I can't tell them the truth. That part. Like, I don't want to be around nobody that can't nobody tell nothing. We all can be told something. But when it comes down to women versus men, I'm talking right now, men are listening and they ain't giving me no, oh, you wrong. A woman, she gonna argue me down. Because the first question of women that's listening to me right now that may not know me or may not, this is their first time listening to me, they want to know, do I got children? They want to know how I know what it feels like. They want to know, have I ever been in a situation? They want to know if my kids' daddies helped me. They want to know if my kids' daddy paid child support. They want to know how I know. But at the end of the day, if you have ever joined my life, you will already know I have 4 children, 2 kids' dads. Yes, I do. And both of my kids, cause this is my life. And both of my kids' daddies are active in their life. And I'm gonna say this: they're not active in my kids' life because they woke up one day and they was perfect. Because we live in an imperfect world. But I do know it was some things that I did wrong that led up to them not always being in their lives because of the way that I came off, the way that I moved, the things that I said, the anger that I felt, the bitterness that I kept, the way I was angry at certain times in my life, and because I was angry, I stopped their dads from partaking in their life, and I take responsibility for that. But a lot of other women would not do that, but it is called growth. If you are following me, listening to me, right, and put growth. Let me see growth in the chat. When growth is where you need to be, if you have grown into a grown woman, grown into a grown man, everything that I'm saying, you taking in and you're listening to me. And you're not taking this as, oh, she trying to tell me what to do. Or, oh, she trying to belittle me, or she don't understand. I understand. But when you are looking at your children, when you look at your children and you tell yourself their dad is absent, if their dad is not clink clink or in the grave, there's no reason why they should not be a part of your child or children's lives. That part. But when you have not grown up, everything that I'm saying is pushback. She yelling. She don't know what she talking about. How she even know. You want to say everything, but you don't want to admit. Second thing we going to write today, we going to write accountability. How about that? Growth and accountability. Let's write it. Accountability. I feel like when you write stuff down, you make it real. Two words that you should have written down. You should have written down growth, and you should have written down, you should have written down accountability. As a grown woman, there comes a point in time in your life where you tell yourself, I need to grow up from being the way that I have been. And I'm going to say this going to rub people the wrong way. Just because your grandma said it, don't mean it was right. Because your mama said it or your mama did it, it don't mean it's right. My mama would tell us, and she would tell anybody, any woman, she did not make my dad do anything. She let him go free, do whatever he wanted to do, to the point my daddy would tell us, oh, your mama get food stamps for you. Your mama get welfare for you. And all along, or while he was living his life, my daddy went and built a whole house with a pool and lived a good life, while my mom stood in the paint and she raised four. She got five, but she raised four of us. Three of the kids was my dad, and my mom take responsibility. Hey, Sadie. My mom take responsibility for it. And a lot of y'all women will not take accountability for the things or the lack thereof. Even if you and your baby daddy are on bad terms. And it better not be because he didn't pay no child support. Because your baby daddy didn't give you no financial help, it does not necessarily mean he does not deserve to see your children. You feel like you have the right to do that because you are the sole provider. But if your baby daddy went to court and y'all stood in front of the judge would not agree with that. The judge would say, you don't get to see your child because you ain't sent no child support. In actuality, you need to let the courts deal with that part and still let him see his child, because I'm going to say it again. Your child, your children still need to see their dad. And it's always two sides to a story. Anytime we have conversations or you have these kind of conversations, the first thing people want to hear or they want to say is, my baby daddy is a deadbeat. My baby daddy did this. My baby daddy did that. And nowhere do you ever hear the women say, you know what, my bad. Nowhere do you hear the women take accountability because of the things they did. I don't care if your baby daddy, your husband, whatever, your man right now, I don't care if he cheated on you. I don't care if he mistreated you. If he done nothing to harm them children, what you and him got going on, it don't got nothing to do with them children. And until women start taking accountability, we're going to have more children than we should have without their dads, all because you mad, you bitter. Because you and your baby daddy, husband, whatever the case may be, did not work out, it does not mean that he shouldn't see his kids. Ain't nobody perfect. Not even you as a baby mama. I don't care how many times you stood in the pain. I don't care how many times you came through for your kids. I don't care how many times you made sure they had food. I don't care how many times, how many clothes and outfits you bought. I don't care how many times your child knew where you was. At the end of the day, your children still need both parents. I don't know why it's so hard for people to understand, and don't come on my live talking about he did this. I don't care what he did. At the end of the day, he harmed them children. He neglected them children. He mistreated them children. Now, when he harmed the children, baby, by any means necessary, and I don't want to hear word of mouth. You need to have some proof. Like you need to have some children and family involved. You need to have it to where the judge say he can no longer see the children. Not because you said, oh, I don't like the way he yelled at my child. Let's talk about it. It's all the topic for today. The topic for today is two sides to every story. Let's talk about it. And we're going to be real. I like talking to adults. I don't like talking to simple-minded people. I don't like talking to people that feel like, oh, everything somebody say is wrong, they right, because how they handle it, it make them. I like talking to people that look within themselves and say, you know what? I maybe need to take a look at myself in the mirror. Let me tell y'all something. Let's talk about it. You have women that will be so mad with their baby daddy. You have women that will use everything that some of these men say and do against them, and then you hold your child hostage. That's what it is called. You're holding your child hostage. You say, I'm mad at him, so my kid's going to be mad at him. And then a lot of y'all be knowing that these men be loving their children. And when you find a man that loves his kids, and you got behind every man that loves his kids is a silly baby mama that holding them hostage so their daddy can't see him. Behind every man, I ain't never seen a man that can't be controlled. I ain't never seen a man that don't want to be in their kids' life, that their kids having hold hostage. The only time you see the kids being held hostage is when that woman realizes she cannot control that man no more, and that man ain't a puppet, and he ain't doing nothing that she say do. And if he don't move like she say move, then he's like, oh, well, I ain't gonna come around. And then now you mad. But you ain't sat there and say, you know what? We got to come up with some kind of agreement. We got to get along. I get tired of seeing women say, oh, my baby daddy is a deadbeat. And you have a conversation with them and you say, girl, why he a deadbeat? Because he didn't pay the child support. He's a deadbeat because he didn't pay the child support. That don't mean he's a deadbeat. Then we wonder why our children have so many emotional problems. Let's talk about it. Soul provider. I'm talking to the soul providers. You try to figure out why your child acting certain type of ways, or they have emotional problems and they acting out in school, or they're not getting a good grade. Sometimes you got to look at yourself and see how many times they seen you cry. They got to see how many times, they got to watch you not being healed. They got to see how you gonna dog their daddy, how you gonna not let them go with their daddy cause you mad. And I'm gonna tell you, when I was immature, I used to get on social media and walk my baby daddies like a dog. You hear how I say? When I was immature and didn't grow up, I used to sit down on social media and walk my kids' daddies like a dog. But then I realized something. I ain't perfect. I make mistakes. I say certain things. And then when you are the sole provider, your children see the good. Listen to me, soul providers. Your kids see the good. They see the bad. You may think that your child or your children can't feel the emotional strain or stress that's on you, but they can see it, and they get to see when you happy, when you not happy, when you broke, when you got money, when you feel like you loving yourself, when you don't feel, when you're depressed. Yes, you the soul survivor. Your children see you in every season of your life. And you sometimes question why they act the way they act, or why they acting out and talking the way they talking. Sometimes you got to look within yourself. And see, this is a hard thing for a lot of people to do. The self-discipline. Like, you need to stop and look in the mirror and ask yourself, like, I'm mad at my kids' daddy, and I'm so angry, and I'm so bitter. I'm mad at my kid's daddy that I was married to. Now we've gotten a divorce, and I'm angry and I'm mad because he left me, but he didn't leave the children. You understand me? You got to say that, yes, y'all was married and y'all got a divorce. He divorced you. He didn't divorce the children. Hold on. I'm not bashing me. I'm just saying, you saying the women are bitter. Some women, hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to see this comment. I can't see them. Are you saying some women are not bitter? Pretty Ray. The women that I'm talking about are bitter. I said I'm not talking to every woman. But if the shoe fit, wear it. To any woman that the shoe fits, wear it. I didn't say every woman across the board, because everybody's situation is different. Everybody's situation is different. But what I am saying, what I am saying to the women, and I'm talking to the women that are bitter, I need them to understand it takes two. It takes two. What I'm talking about right now is, what I'm saying is, all kids need both parents. I never said 100% across the board. Because like I said a minute ago, you have some men that just don't want to be fathers. You have some men that just can't get it together, ain't got no job, ain't got nowhere to stay, ain't got no car, just ain't got themselves in a point where you even want your child to partake in their life, and you don't want him partaking in your life, their life. But what I'm talking about, what I was saying bitter, I'm talking to the women that baby daddies that do want to participate, but can't participate because those women are bitter. And there are a lot of bitter women. This part right here. This right here. You have men that say, she said her daughter daddy told a judge he would rather be locked up. You understand what I'm saying? You have, and like I said, I don't know if you just joining my live, but if you would have been on here since I've been talking, I said it ain't one size fits all. This ain't 100 across the board. What I'm talking about is, you know what? Put a pin in that. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the men that do want to pay child support. Let's talk about the men that do pay child support. Let's talk about the men that show up even when they baby mama's tripping. Let's talk about the men that show up even when him and his baby mama don't get along. He don't move on, she don't move on. Let's talk about the men that want to do right by their kids. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the men that show up regardless of what is going on between them. Let's talk about the men that say, my mama gonna get them. Let's talk about my sister gonna get them. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the men that do, because we spend a whole lot of time talking about the men that don't, they deadbeats. We spend a whole lot of talk about every man, especially the men of color, they deadbeat, they don't take care of their children, they don't provide for their children. And I know a lot of black men that do provide for their children, that do show up for their children, that want to partake in their kids' life. I know a lot of men, because my daddy wasn't that type. That don't mean every man in the same boat, but we always talking about the men that don't, the men, oh, he a deadbeat, he don't got this, he do more for that child. We can talk about that, but we never talk about the men that don't have a fair chance, because somebody in the group, the baby mama sat in a group of 8. It's 7 of them, and she is 6 of them, bitter baby mamas, and she agreeing with that. She telling them how deadbeat her baby daddy is, and nobody in the circle saying, wait a minute, that man ain't deadbeat. That man want to partake in his kid's life. It's the reason why he's not in his kid's life or child life is because of you. Because we'll talk about the deadbeats. We'll get them a whole platform. It's a whole slew full of them, but let's talk about the good men that do. Let's talk about the men that show up. Let's talk about the men that pay child support faithfully. Let's talk about it. And no, I am not saying every woman is bitter. You got some women that has no choice but to be superwoman in their kids' lives, because you have some men that just can't get it together. You got some women that are not bitter. I'm one. I'm not bitter, but listen, let me be transparent. My baby daddy, my older kid's dad, messed around with a chick that I was cool with. I was cool with her. They messed around. It broke me down. I was mad. I was angry. And at that point in my life, I had to grow up. I could have either kept the kids away or allow him to get my kids and do whatever it is they're going to do. When I grew up and matured, and this is a true story. This is a story about me. When I matured, when I would call and she would pick up the phone and I'm like, I'm on my way with the kids, I'll pull up. She can come get the kids. You understand me? I'll pull up in the yard. He wasn't there. She was there. She gonna come out and get all 3 of the kids. Yes, I was mad. Yes, I was hurt. But what me and him and her had going on, it didn't have nothing to do with the children. I know some women will be like, I ain't letting my kids, that's you. I let them go right over there and play house. Because on Sunday, my kids was coming back. Anybody that know me knows I've never been a bitter, mad baby mama. In my younger years, oh baby, nobody want to get nobody. But when I grew up, I realized, what am I mad for, and why they can't see the kids? Why they can't go with their daddies? Because what me, her, and him had going on, it ain't had nothing to do with the children. Because I ain't never been that type of woman. Because at the end of the day, I knew I needed some peace. I knew I needed a day to myself. I don't know why some women, and like I said, what I said, the bitter ones that feel like, my kids ain't going nowhere, but you be over there cussing them out. You be over there yelling at them because you tired. You be over there talking about you need a break. Oh, you want to call your mama to step in and help you, but your baby daddy can't do nothing because you mad at him. Oh, okay. But they don't think about that. We can talk about the deadbeat baby daddies all day, 24/7, 7 days a week, but we rarely hear y'all, the women, talk about we never hear the women, we never hear it being a discussion about the men that want to show up but can't show up. The men that want to show up but don't show up because they don't want to hear their baby mamas talk about them, cuss them out, try to control them. They don't want to hear none of that. And until you grow up, what I'm saying to you, some people, it's going to go over your head or it's going to sting. All I need you to do is say, ouch. Because if the shoe fit, wear it. Lace it up and wear it. Because I ain't never scared. If the shoe fit, lace it up and wear it. What I'm saying, my topic of the day, it's two sides to every story. We'll jump on social media. We'll jump on a bandwagon and drag some of these men through the mud. And you don't even be knowing the whole story. Your friend called you and said he no good. Girl, I'm so this and I'm so that. And you saying, but just the other day you were saying how you needed a break. You need a break, but you don't need a break. You don't need your baby daddy to get his children to give you a break. Oh, okay. The responsibility you lean on your mama in order for you to get a break. Your mama has to get up and watch the kids. Your mama have to sometimes feed the kids. Your mama have to bathe the kids. Your mama have to show up to the games. Your mama have to be the mama and the daddy sometimes. Your mama have to do everything. And I'm going to say it like I said it once before. These mothers, our mothers are tired. Our mothers are tired. These women want to be able to lay down. That part. These mothers are tired. They tired of watching the children. They tired of your children running through their house on Saturday. They tired of every time you turn around. You calling, Ma, I need. But not one time you call on the daddy mama. Not one time you call on the daddy sister. Not one time did you call your baby daddy mama to watch the Oh, you mad at your baby daddy, so your baby daddy mama can't even get the children. Oh, okay. Thank you, girl. And I'm going to say this once again. One thing about it, a hit dog gonna holler. And if the shoe fit, wear it. Some people want to jump on the bandwagon and say, oh, why? Or I'm not a bitter baby mama. Or why you saying every woman is bitter? I didn't say every woman was bitter. I'm talking about the ones that are bitter. Listen, I'm talking about the ones that are bitter. And I'm talking about, I'm tired of the men that are trying. I'm tired of the baby daddies that want to partake. I'm tired of the men that do show up. I'm tired of the men that do pay child support. They can't even see their children because we got too many bitter baby mamas. Oh, it ain't bitter. You protecting your child. Oh, okay. You protecting your child, but you ain't got no court papers, no documents, nobody being arrested for the mistreatment that you protecting your child from. Okay, I'm going to say it again. These kids deserve two parents. And I know society has made it okay to be a single parent. Like, I've seen more baby showers than bridal showers. I've seen so many young girls that make videos because, you know, social media, people put everything on social media. Social media portrays it. I see so many young girls talking about, oh, I can raise my baby by myself because my mama did it. That ain't no flex. That ain't no flex. Your daughter want to raise her child by herself because she seen you raise them by themselves. Your daughter saw you. And a lot of these boys, listen, a lot of the boys that don't partake in their kids' life because they ain't never seen their daddy partake in their life, so they don't know. All they know is, let's have a baby. Let's have a baby. They have a baby and they walk away because that's all they seen their daddy do. But then you got young girls thinking that it's a flex because they seen their mama. I'm going to need all y'all, the independent, single, I can do it by myself women to come to the front. I'm going to need you to tell your daughter the truth. Tell your daughter how hard it was. Tell your daughter about the sleepless nights. Tell your daughters about how that you didn't have sometimes. Tell your daughter about the things that you probably got going on in your body because you were super strong all the time. Tell your daughter the truth. It's hard being a single parent. It's hard. And if you don't want your child being super strong like you need to tell your daughter the truth. And when it comes to parenting, Listen, being a parent is a 365-day, 7-day-a-week, 24-hour-a-day job. We get no breaks. It ain't, sometimes you do things with tears in your eyes. Sometimes you don't even get a thank you. It is hard being a parent. Not a job that I know a lot of us would ever give up. We don't mind doing it. But we got to learn to tell our children the truth. Because you trying to figure out why my child is acting out, doing a certain thing. Now this is where it's finna go left too. Let me tell y'all men something. Let me walk y'all like a dog real quick. Let me tell the men something. Listen, men, listen. We need y'all to show up in droves. We need y'all to understand. We get tired of the school calling us. We get tired. We get tired of the only time you show up is when little Ray running the football. We get tired of you getting a haircut and you ain't making sure your son get a haircut. We get tired of your daughter need a sweater, but you got a jacket and a scully and the gloves on. We get tired. I know that for years and years we been super women, but I'm speaking for the mothers. We tired. We need y'all to show up to the parent conferences. We need y'all to show up not just on the first day or when they getting good grades or when they running the football or when they running track. We need y'all to show up like y'all show up when it's a boxing match. Like y'all show up at the strip club. Like y'all show up when they talk about your son. Girl, he the baddest thing on the football field. We need y'all to know that he may run the football, but he can't even read. We need y'all to know when he disrespect that teacher. We need y'all to know when she get grown and go to smelling herself. These kids need both parents. We need y'all, every time you get a haircut, we need the boys to get one. We need y'all to show up when it's getting ready to be cold to make sure they got scullies and jackets and stuff on. We don't need y'all to pick and choose which child you gonna take care of. If you got more than one, we gonna need you to take care of them across the board. And if you are a woman and dealing with a man that got outside kids from y'all home, and you're the reason why he don't take care of the outside kids, and them kids came before you, shame on you. Because if you think keeping him from his child gonna stop him from messing with his baby mama, thank you, Miss Lumber. If you think keeping him home and no, he ain't going to see his child, and you're the reason why, shame on you, because you insecure. I said what I said. You as a woman, and listen, this gonna rub some women the wrong way. I don't care if he cheated on you and got a baby on you and you stayed with him. If he cheated on you and got a baby on you and you stayed with him, at that point, you accepted that child. And if you mad and, oh, he ain't seeing nobody, shame on you. That child is innocent. See, this the grown-up me. I'm serious. That child is innocent. The child is innocent. If you the type of woman that you only make sure the man you with take care of your kids in the house, and you know for a fact he don't do for his children, the outside children, you know better than the bitter baby mamas, these bitter women. You walking around here and you bragging, posting pictures, how he do for your child, and he got other children that he don't take care of. You're less than a woman. And I said what I said because some of y'all need to check yourselves. Some of y'all need to look in the mirror and say, you know what? Some things got to change. You understand me? Because every child that has been brought into this world, it took two people. It took two people. Every child deserves to have two parents. Even if y'all not together, even if he's not even with his baby mama, you should make sure as a woman in his life right now that every child going on, him in my life, him in my kids' life, it still don't mean that he don't take care of his. It still don't mean that he don't take care of his kids. Even though his kids grown, I still make sure as his wife that every child gets a phone call. I don't care if it's every day, every other day, but his children outside of me would never be neglected, never feel like that man loves that child because he's in the home. I remember that child because he's in the home. I remember one of my kids. Dang. Every time somebody calls. But every time somebody calls. But listen, when it comes down to the children, every child deserves two parents. If that parent is in their right mind, if that parent ain't locked up, ain't in the grave, every child deserves to have both parents. And if you are the woman in your man's life, the wife, it's your obligation. It's your obligation to make sure every child that has come from that man is taken care of. And I know some of this going over people's head and they trying to figure out what? Why would I do that? Because you the wife? Because you the girlfriend? Because you the new baby mama? We should be sick and tired of being tired of seeing children go without. I can name a few men that I know for a fact don't take care of their kids. Then I can name a whole slew foot that do. But we'll have a conversation all day about the deadbeats, but we don't have enough conversations about the ones that stand in the pain. There are a lot of men that do stand in the pain. And like I said, my lives ain't one size fits all. This is not every woman in the world. No, every woman is not bitter. And then, no, every woman that's married to a man that got kids outside the home is not allowing that man to neglect his kids. But we know some that do. And don't act like you don't know nobody that do. And don't act like you don't got no homegirl with kids that all she do is complain about how her kids' daddy don't do nothing for the children, but yet she don't even allow him to do anything for the kids because he don't pay child support. Because he don't do what she say do. Because a lot of these women, they don't want to take responsibility. They don't want to take accountability. It's everybody's fault. To the point, sometimes they'll say, oh, it's his mama's fault that he don't take care of kids. No, it ain't always that. Sometimes he don't want to. Sometimes you need to have a conversation with the mama. Listen, I thank God for my little village. Y'all know I'm very transparent. I thank God for my little village. Let me tell y'all why. Because I have children from two kids' dads. I got married to another man that I don't have any children from. Thank you. I got married. My younger kids' dad's family, mama, sister, niece, nephews, came to my wedding, came to my housewarming. Anything that my child needed growing up, my younger kids' dad, my younger son, dad, family stood in the paint to make sure my son didn't lack for not one thing. If my son knew or didn't have, my son didn't know that his daddy didn't get anything for him. Because when they went on trips, they made sure he went. When it was school time, they bought school clothes, school shoes. If I called him and said he needed a jacket, they did it. When he wanted to play football, they paid. When it's something that he does, they show up. So sometimes you need to sit down and have a conversation with the mama and the grandma. See, let me tell y'all what the problem is with some of y'all. Some of y'all be too busy around here trying to chase behind the man. You chasing behind the wrong person. You be too busy trying to chase behind the man. When he ain't acting right, okay. Let's see what the mama and the grandma. And it's some cool aunties and mamas. It's some cool down to earth, want to step in, want to partake. It is some. But some of y'all would never know that because you too mad and you too busy talking about what he ain't doing, and you need to be trying to figure out what they would do. Because a lot of the times the mama be knowing her son ain't about a quarter. The sister be knowing my brother ain't about a quarter. But it don't stop them from loving the child, want to help you raise the child. If you need anything, they will watch the child. If you tell them they got something going on, they will show up for the child. But some of y'all be too busy chasing him. Baby, that's the wrong person. Even though he's the one you should, but when you have exhausted all possibilities, you've called, you've reached out, you went to court, and all else has failed, sit down and have a conversation with the mama and the auntie, the sister. You ain't got no business still walking around in 2026 talking about I'm superwoman, I'm independent, I don't need my baby daddy to do nothing for me, I can do it on my own. Who? And then you got some men that'll tell you, my mama ain't never put my daddy on there. Then you got some women that say, I ain't never put my baby daddy on child support. I salute you. I'm glad your mama didn't. Some of y'all don't put your baby daddies on child support because you ain't gonna get nothing. Some of your mamas ain't put your daddies on child support because she knew she wasn't gonna get nothing. So when you try to discourage somebody else because of what your mama couldn't get, you worry about the wrong thing. Listen, and I'm gonna say it again. The courts ain't just for women to run down there and get the financial part. There are some men that got to go to the courts themselves. Some men will put themselves on child support. Some men will go to the courts and fight their baby mama because they want to see their child and they tired of you controlling the narrative. My advice to two grown, adult, mature people, don't get the courts involved in your business. Try your best to have a conversation with your baby daddy or your baby mama, and y'all grow up and be mature and come up with a system. Because once you get the courts involved, I can guarantee you somebody gonna be mad. Once the courts get involved, see, a lot of women feel like, oh, I do everything for the child. I'm always here. I take them to the doctor. I do this. They feel like they got all the power. I can tell you firsthand, because me and my first kid's daddy, we went to court. I can tell you firsthand, men, baby daddies, got fathers, got more rights than y'all may think they have. The courts will not take a child automatically away, even if you as the mother harm that child. They will make you go to parenting classes. The courts is not in business to separate families. The courts really want to see families together. That is why they've changed so many laws. Like if you got him on child support, he need to pay some insurance. Get your child some insurance. They're getting away from y'all just saying, okay, I'm getting Medicaid. They make these men get insurance for these kids. Real insurance. They make these daddies pay majority of the daycare. And I'm talking off facts. I know this. Been to courts. Did it, done that. My baby daddy had to pay insurance. Both my kids' daddies. They had to help pay daycare. So don't tell me what the courts won't do. But you wouldn't know that because you sitting over there mad and angry and you want to get with your crew and you and your crew want to badmouth your baby daddy and it sound cool to somebody in the crew say, wait a minute, hold on. You sure your baby daddy don't want to partake in his kid's life, child life? Oh, that'll be too much like right. That'll be too much like right. I'm going to say it again. There's always two sides to every story. But when you are the mother, the one that do everything for the child, sometimes it can come off as you the only parent that child got. You the only parent that child got. And it seems that way at times because, like I said, it's two sides to every story. Sometimes you will see the mama going to all the sports events. Do you know for a fact that she reached out to the daddy to let the daddy even know that the child had a sports event? Do you have the proof? Like, were you on the phone? Like, literally there, she had it on speakerphone where she asked or told the daddy, well, the child got a game or the kids got a game, and the daddy said, I ain't coming, or didn't show up. See, it's two sides to every story. A lot of women resort to that. When I was younger and simple-minded, I get on Facebook and dog my kids' daddy. But then I grew up from that. Like, me getting on social media. And we live in a world today that now if we get on and say something that all it takes is for one person not to agree. When we get on social media and we try to show out sometimes, like we try to, let's say we ride our baby daddies. If you mess around and come across the right person that'll get on there and say, you know what, this ain't even true. That person will be so mad. That person will be mad. Because now you got on there and you try to walk your baby daddy like a dog, but somebody got on there and said, that ain't true. Because you have no proof that this man ain't trying to partake in their kid's life. You have no proof that this man didn't pay the child support. Then, when it comes to finances, listen. I need you to listen to me. It takes more than finances to take care of children. We need finances. But it takes more than finances to take care of children. What you and your baby daddy may have going on, it got nothing to do with the kids. Hey, thank you. Sometimes we got to take accountability. Thank you. We as women, we got to take accountability. We got to stop going off emotions. We got to stop going off emotions. I don't care if he was your husband. He divorced you. He ain't divorced the children. And let's talk about this right here. Let's talk about this. A lot of women, thank you. A lot of women, y'all see me, I'm looking too cute with my hat on. Thank you. A lot of women will get mad when the daddy want to discipline the child. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. A lot of women will get mad. Don't talk to my child like that. Don't whoop my child. Don't discipline him. You don't want the man, the father that helped birth him to this world. You don't want him to discipline the child. But yet, when he grow up and cuss you out, disrespect you, acting up in school, ain't doing his schoolwork, not doing what he's supposed to do, you gonna have to sit back and look in the mirror and say, well, maybe I should have let his daddy. Because you might not agree with how the daddy disciplined, but I'm telling you, let that man discipline that child. Quit sitting around here. That's my baby. I don't want nobody. That's his child. A lot of these kids are the way they are right now because too many of us mothers, listen, I learned this the hard way. I'm very transparent. I learned this the hard way. Listen now. I learned this the hard way. I can talk to my son, my 15-year-old son. I can talk to blue in the face over and over and over and over. And I have a tendency not to always call his dad because I'm like, he gonna cuss him out. He gonna do this. He gonna do that. But when I've had enough, and that's my fault, I should never get so frustrated with myself because I don't know how to handle certain situations when it comes to him. All I got to do is call his daddy. And I tell his daddy he's doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. All his daddy say, okay, give me his number. Give me his number. Well, let me call him, because my son got his own phone. I don't know what or why, when the man walk him like a dog, it resides in their mind. They get right real quick. Y'all need to try it sometimes. Quit trying to be superwoman, let me protect my baby. I learned, I'm a boy mom. I got 4 sons. I learned when my first son came into the world, I knew this. We as women cannot raise them to be men. This ain't up for debate, and I'm not finna argue with nobody, because last time I said this, a woman jumped on my line. Oh, my mama, my daddy died, and my mama raised my 4 brothers. I never said that you couldn't raise them. I said you can't teach them how to be a man. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how many degrees and what you do for your kids. What I said is, as a woman, you cannot teach them how to be a man. And I don't know where the lines got crossed or get crossed. These boys need their daddies, and these girls need their daddy. Quit thinking because you did it once, twice, 3, your mama did it, that was the right thing to do. It wasn't. It wasn't. Yes, our mothers did it. But in 2026, we shouldn't be doing it. A lot of our mothers got high. A lot of our mothers was on drugs back in the days. That don't mean all of us gonna get on drugs. That don't mean that. That don't mean that. Because our mothers didn't allow our dads or didn't make our dads or whatever, it don't mean we do that in 2026. And I know a lot of people get mad or will get mad because I'm going to say what I want to say. This in my mouth. Some of y'all probably can beat me up, but I don't even care. Some of y'all mothers were bitter, toxic, angry. Some of y'all mothers was full. Our mothers was full. They didn't know how to parent us. A lot of our parents was in survival mode. And I know a lot of parents that was, and I know not y'all, because y'all grew up in a perfect household, 2-parent household. Y'all got y'all daddy last name. Y'all don't know nothing I'm saying. Y'all just listening to me. But a lot of our parents were in survival modes. And they did the best they could with what they had. But we're in 2026. In 2026, we ain't got no business right here talking about, I don't know what I'm going to do and got a baby daddy. My child getting out of control and got a baby daddy. Oh, when you was making the child, it was okay then. But it's not okay now. Oh, okay. I'm 46. It's okay for our kids. I like talking to women because I'm a woman. When you go through a bad breakup, when you go through a struggle, when you've been mistreated, when you've been talked down to, when you've been used, I'm just saying, when you go through the ringer as a woman, you need counseling. Because, sweetie, sis, you need to heal. I know a lot of the times people say, I'm okay, I don't need to heal, I'm functioning. No, baby. You need to talk to somebody. And I know you don't trust people. I don't talk to nobody. I ain't gonna tell nobody my business. You need to trust somebody. You got to learn how to let that anger go. Because the longer you hold on to mistreatment, resentment, when you hold on, when you allowed a lot of stuff and you just hold it, you grow up, you become or you function, but you're still bitter and hurt. And you know how I know? Let a song come on. that make you think about what he did to you. Now you mad at the whole world. Now you mad at every man in the whole entire, every species of a man. You mad, ain't none of them no good. Let you be having a hard time. Let that money go to looking funny. And you got a baby daddy and he ain't gave you nothing. He around here living his life. Oh, baby, now you big mad. Oh, he over there living his life because your money looking funny. Now you mad at him. You mad at every man that's walking the earth can get it. You need to heal from what broke you. You need to heal from what, listen, if you the type of woman continue to date, encounter, run into the same type of man, if you run into the same type of man, like you try to figure out, like, why I keep getting this certain type of man. You know why? Because the residue of the last man is still on you, and you walk around here like, oh, I ain't mad, I moved on, he moved on, but yet, so you still got a similar type of man. You still got a similar type of man. All the men you ever dated are the same in one. Before I healed, I dated a man, like I told y'all, the book I wrote is called 3 Years Too Long, link in my bio. I wrote a book. Because I stayed in a broken situation for 3 years too long. And at that time, when I was in the situation, I remember talking to one of my girls, my sister, and I was telling her, listen, I don't want to look back 10 years and still be in this broken situation. I can remember crying in the shower. If you ain't never got in the shower and cried, and I'm talking about cried, the shower on, tears running down your face, and you slide down the shower, and you asking the Lord to take your pain away. If you ain't never loved like that, you ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. If you in my chat and you've ever had to cry and ask the Lord to take that pain away, put a purple heart, because you understand what I'm saying. If you ain't never loved a man to that extent, you don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm talking about a man that was breaking you down. I'm talking about you loved him, and I tell y'all, never love a man more than he loves you. But listen, if you've ever been in a broken situation and you think you've healed, but yet you keep dating the same man, because the man I'm married to right now, if I had not have healed before I met him, I would have been no good for him, because I was mad, bitter, angry. I was like, but while I was going through what I was going through, I cried out to the Lord, and I asked the Lord not to harden my heart. I did not want to hate men. You understand me? I did not want to. And I was going through what I was going through, but I was still talking to the Lord. And let me tell you something. Me healing, it wasn't because my mama knew, because I kept it. It wasn't because my pastor prayed. No. I went to God myself. And I said, Lord, I do not want to be in this situation in 10 years. And I've cried and I cried and I asked the Lord to remove him. There's a scripture in the Bible where the Lord said it's a thorn in your side, and he did not remove that thorn. And in the Bible, he refused to move that thorn because, first of all, the Lord ain't never even told us to be dealing with these certain type of men. You be in a situation and you crying to the Lord to remove something that is hurting you, and you know he can do it, but he's not removing a doggone thing because he ain't even told you to put your hand on that hot stove. But yet, you said, now Lord, wait a minute, hold on now, I'm your child. But the Lord whispered to me clear as day and told me, no, I'm not going to remove nothing, but I'm going to give you the strength. I will give you the strength to fight for yourself. And see, this is why I tell women, you got to heal in order to get in a certain place, in a certain mindset. You cannot walk around here mad, bitter, angry, and thinking you in control. You want to have so much control over your child. You want to have so much to say about who can and who can't. You so mad and you will never admit it out loud. And let me tell some women something. I don't even know half of y'all. Now, the people on Facebook, I know them and they know me. But listen. You don't have to tell me that you mad, bitter, angry. If I had a conversation with you, I can guarantee you I can tell. Just by the way you talk. Just by the way you communicate. I will be able to know, yeah, you mad. Yeah, you bitter. Yeah, you angry. And there's nothing wrong with being like that. There's something wrong with staying that way too long. When you hold on to bitterness and hold on to anger, that grows. And when you get around certain people, your demeanor is angry. Your demeanor is mad. Your demeanor is nasty. And not because that person's done something to you. It's because you ain't healed, sis. You ain't healed. And then some of y'all like feeling like that. Some of y'all like being angry and like being mad because, you in control when you mad. But if you mess around and heal and you're no longer mad, you feel like you're not in control. But in actuality, you are in control. You're in more control than you know when you're at peace. Because my G, the dude I wrote about 3 years too long, I'm at peace knowing that I was good to him. I'm at peace knowing that even though you did all those things to me, I forgive you. And I pray that he's not treating another woman the same as he treated me, no matter what. I don't wish it on the girl that was my home girl that messed with my baby daddy. I don't even wish that type of hurt or pain on her. I don't wish it on nobody because I've healed and I've let God. See, when you go to talking like that, people go to saying, wait a minute, hold on, what's she talking about? People don't want to hear the truth. Because they want you to be angry. They want you to be mad. They want you to be bitter. We can fight. We can throw hands. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'm not just going to be out here fighting nobody, rolling around on the ground. I ain't going to do that. Now, if you put your hands on me, that's something different. But just saying, we finna fight because I'm mad. I'm a lover. I ain't no fighter, y'all. But I'm not mad or angry. And don't think I can't come out of bad, because I can come out of bad. But it's certain times when you have certain conversations with certain people, you tell yourself, it's not even worth being mad or angry, because for one, this ain't even my fight. You as a mother, like the woman that birthed a child in the world, you have power. And I ain't talking about the power down there between your thighs. I'm talking about you got power. You got more power than you think you have, but don't get it twisted, because the men have power too. When you are the mother, the courts don't just separate children from their mothers. But when you walking and you operate in bitterness, anger, ain't nothing good gonna come to you. You may be in control. You may be winning the battle, but your baby daddy gonna win the war if he ever took you to court. Your baby daddy will win the battle. And if you listening to me right now and you know you that woman that's with a man that got kids and he does not see his kids, he does not talk to his kids, I pray no rest on you. No, I'm just kidding. But I pray you get it together, because you being in his presence and knowing he's not being a father to his children or child, and he is either your child daddy or you have kids not from him, but he being a good stepdaddy, but he got children that he not seeing. And I know that all too well, because my daddy was in a house with a woman with 2 kids. He did everything for those kids, but left the kids on the outside looking in saying, well, dog. And when we grew up enough, old enough, he set us down. My daddy set us down and told us the reason why he wasn't partaking in our lives because he wasn't allowed to. That the woman that he was with didn't allow him to be our father. But I had to intervene and let him know, can't nothing but two things stop you from being a parent: hell or jail. Because if you want to be in your child life, if you wanted to be a part of our lives and your other kids' lives outside of that home, you would have been. So let's not just 100% blame it on that woman. It wasn't all her fault. It was some of her fault, but you as a grown man, you ain't finna make me believe that if you really wanted to be our dad, our father, you would have been. You wasn't because of a choice you made. Now, you have men that choose not to be a part of their kid's life. Now, listen. You can't make him do nothing that he don't want to do. But if you know for a fact that you walking around and you may not never say it, but what I'm saying is rubbing you the wrong way, or I'm stepping on your toes, or I'm coming down your aisle because this word was for you, you need to do a road check. You need to do a self check and say, wait a minute, you ain't been really doing for your child, but you do for this child. You need to check yourself. If you that woman. Because these men, some of these men that use that excuse, oh, I wasn't in, because like I said, me and my siblings, we were grown when my dad had this conversation with us. But when you are a parent, you know for a fact, can't nothing but hell or jail stop you from being a parent. When you were 365, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, parent. And even though I talk about how my dad wasn't there and I don't have my daddy last name, even if you got your daddy last name, it don't make you better than me because I don't have my daddy last name. There are some people that feel, oh, I got my daddy last name. Some of y'all daddies won about a quarter and you got your daddy last name. I'm saying what you're saying. But listen, focus. The Lord knew when I would need my dad, my father, the most. My daddy did not raise me. He was not part of my life. My mama stood in the paint. You hear me? But when I got ready to get married, my daddy showed up. And when I say showed up, my daddy had a conversation with the man I'm married to now, my husband, before we were married, and told him I wasn't there for my children. I wasn't there for my daughter. But at this point in time in her life, she can have anything she wants. And before I even allowed my daddy to even walk me down the aisle, I had to literally dig within myself and forgive him. Because, to be honest with you, my mama could have walked me down the aisle, my kids. But the grown woman in me said, you know what? He's trying now. The Lord saw fit. The Lord saw fit to say, you know what? Because there are some women that wish their daddy could have walked them down the aisle. Like, y'all, I had like this fairy tale wedding. My daddy walked me down the aisle. My daddy could, like, it was like everything that some women, girls want. They want their dad. Not every woman, hey, no, like, slow down. Not every woman wants that, or not every woman can have that. But I got the opportunity. So that's what I'm saying. We got to sometimes take a step back and we got to do self-checks. It's always somebody else's fault. We always point a finger, but never point that finger back at us and say, you know what? Sometimes I need to check myself. Hey, Playboy. Sometimes I need to check myself. And we're going to stop. And like I say, my platform, I don't allow nobody to get on here and say every man in the whole entire world is a deadbeat. Oh, I will stand 10 toes down because there are some good men out here. There are some men that will show up. There are some stepdaddies that will show up as Superman when your baby daddy don't show up. Listen to me. But a lot of the times you won't even get that because you so bitter, mad, and angry and holding on what coulda, shoulda, woulda. Yes, the idea is to raise your children in a 2-parent household with the man you laid down and had a baby with. But if it don't work out, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. But today's topic was, it's two sides to every story. And I know I probably don't rub some people the wrong way. I probably don't step on some toes, but say ouch. Some people probably mad. Some people probably don't agree with me. And it ain't this life, it don't be if you agree, you don't agree. Like, you can not agree, talk to me. Let me know why you don't agree. Like, don't think you finna come and, oh, I don't agree, and then get off. No, say what you gotta say so I can address it. You feel what I'm saying? Because long as we living, we have growth. I'm an educator. And I always heard that it's hard to teach an educator. Whatever educator that's hard to be teachable, thank you. Whatever educator that's hard to be taught, learn anything new, you don't want to deal with them, because I can learn, and I do learn every day. And it took me some time to grow up to where I'm at. No, I did not wake up like this overnight. It took growth, and it took time, because the way men have treated me down to my daddy, in actuality, I should be bitter. I should be mad. I should literally hate men. I should be in a place where I don't like men. But I'm not in that place because I prayed and asked God not to harden my heart. I took full responsibility for the things that I allowed a man to do. I took full responsibility for what I lacked as a mother to my children, and the reason why their dads weren't a part of their lives. I took responsibilities. A lot of people don't want to take, and especially women. Men, I can talk to 50 men and 50 women. Men, 50 of them women, half of them, 25 of them women, we'll be hard down arguing. They don't want to fight me, because women is hard to talk to because they think they know everything. Now, men, a man will sit down and they'll reason with you. They'll sit down and they'll listen and they'll say, you know what? As a man, I do need to start showing up more, and not just to football games. I do need to show up not just to the track meets. I need to show up not just to when they're getting awards. I need to show up more, and not just when they're doing good. I need to show up when they're doing bad. I need to show up when they're being disrespectful. I need to show up when it's cold outside. I need to show up when their mama call me and say, you know what, my child, thank you for my stars. My child being disrespectful. I need to show up even when me and my baby mama not getting along. I need to show up when my baby mama saying I can't see my child. I need to show up in the paint every day of the week, not just on the first day, not just for awards. Men will listen to what you saying, but women, oh baby, right now it's somebody mad at me right now, and I don't care. If I hurt your feelings, good. If I stepped on your toes, good. If the shoe fit, lace it up and wear it, because it's time for somebody to tell the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. I'm not going to water down nothing. I'm not going to not talk about a topic because, oh, this going to rub somebody the wrong way. I know it is. One thing about it, everybody in the chat put, the truth hurts. That goes for me too. Because when somebody be telling me the truth, listen, I got to process what you saying, because I don't want to feel like you trying to come for me, you offending me. Like you know, I got to really think about it. But one thing about the truth, it hurts. People love to walk around, know the truth on her. I can stand. No, you can't stand the truth. Because if you could stand the truth, you will look in the mirror and tell yourself, it's some things about me I need to fix. It's some things about me I need to fix. It's some things about me I need to change. It's some kids deserve apologies. Listen. Kids deserve apologies, yes. I know a lot of our parents didn't apologize for nothing they did. Some of our parents still owe us apology for getting that lights in our name, getting that cable in our name, for getting them credit cards and that cable, that gas. They deserve, but our parents ain't like us. Because a lot of our parents did some things that we like, man, Ma, you messed up my name. But I understand. I'm going to say that about that. Listen, I know people walk around and say, your mama did something, don't deal with her. I say this all the time. There are some mothers that's toxic. But at the end of the day, yes, she's still your mother. And you only get one mother. Still your mama. He's still your daddy. You only get one daddy. And sometimes it's hard to forgive or even wrap your head around, especially when your mama ain't raised you, especially when your daddy wasn't there. But you don't forgive them for them, you forgive them for you. Sometimes our kids deserve apologies because when we was raising them, listen, being a parent there's no book. There is no book that has been written that can tell you how to be a good, perfect parent. We all make mistakes. And some of these kids deserve apologies. I have apologized years ago. I apologized to my children one last time when they got wrong. Because I made some mistakes. I did some things wrong. I said some things. I overreacted. I did things. And I apologized to them. And I let them know, listen, after this time right here, I ain't apologizing no more. Because I made mistakes and they deserved an apology. Some people be wondering, do kids deserve apologies? Yes. And I ain't talking about apologies because you ain't have enough money to buy them no J's. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that you ain't healed as a mother because they daddy left you and you took your frustration out on them. And I don't want to hear none of that. I don't do that because listen, this ain't for everybody because y'all perfect. But I'm talking about those women that be walking through the house cussing their kids out. Cussing your kids out, no. I used to be a cusser. I don't cuss. I don't feel like you have to cuss children out. But hey, if you feel like you do you. But taking that frustration out on them, you wrong. You wrong. Not healing and talking to somebody, you're wrong. Your kids deserve to see a healed version of you. And not the version of you that when you get a man. Say ouch. Say ouch. Just say ouch. Some women only smile when they get a man. Some women only clean up, cook, keep themselves together, be super mama when they got a man. Them kids deserve to see you healed and be the best version of yourself with a man or without a man. I'm just saying. If the only way you can be happy is when you got a man, something wrong with you, sis. You weak. You weak. Because I know the world say be his peace and do this. Your man should not be the only reason why you smile. You got to be the one to make you smile. Him being in present should be an add-on. He should be the only reason why you smile, why you get cute, why you go. My husband go work out. I go shopping. We do things separate, but we always meet back up in the middle. Quit saying or quit thinking holding your man hostage in the house. Quit thinking that, well, he can't go play basketball. He can't go play pool. He can't go hang out. He can't live a life outside of you. Quit doing that. Because if he gonna do what he gonna do, baby, social media has made it easier and easier to cheat. If you think moving him to another city gonna stop him from cheating, no, baby. If he cheated in your city, he gonna cheat in the next city, but with more women that you don't know. At least if he cheated in your city, you can find out easier. I'm just saying. I'm not saying cheating all right. But if you think moving your man to another city and he was no good in your city, he gonna be no good in the other city. I'm talking about. So you as a woman, I'm telling you, woman to woman, find yourself. Fall back in love with you as a woman. Like, listen. Every woman on my timeline, I want to see you smile. I want to see you have peace of mind. I want to see your hair growing. Like, I want you to be happy with you, with a man, with your husband, with your baby daddy. I want you to be happy with you. You should be able to look in the mirror because, listen, there's going to be times, long as you live on this earth, it's going to be hard for you to smile. But don't let the only reason you smile because you got a man. That conversation, we can talk about that all. That's for another topic. But what I'm saying is, you as a woman, you need to heal, sis. Your children deserve to see a healed version of you. And for the women that look like me, our kids need to see somebody loving you the correct way. Our kids deserve to see a man loving you the correct way, and they need a man with the kids need to see a woman loving him the correct way. I don't know where we get this thing twisted, where the only way you in a good, healthy relationship is when a man cussing you out or cheating on you or when he buying you everything. No, y'all be getting it twisted. You better get somebody that can rock and roll with you when all hell break loose. You better get somebody that can go to God on your behalf, because when money fails, he got a relationship with God. I know some of y'all, this going over y'all head. Y'all want that man with that black card. You better get you a man that know God. Because you running around here talking about, oh, he buy me this and he buy me that. Can he pray for you? Can he pour into you? Can he build you up? Like, is he making you a better woman? Like, I'm saying, and if you are a grown woman listening to me and you in a relationship and your man cussing you out, you in a unhealthy relationship, because at our grown age, we should not be cussing each other out. Thank you. We should not be cussing each other out. If y'all can't talk without cussing each other out, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. A man and a grown man. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. A man and a grown man. You want to know the difference. A man going to cuss you out, talk about you, drag you through the mud. Y'all get mad, he gonna say whatever on his mind. He gonna go below the belt. A grown man, he can be mad. I'm talking about hard down mad. He gonna either remove himself from the conversation, leave the house, go do something. I ain't talking about he going and cheats. A grown man will be so mad, leave, but he gonna come back and he gonna try to fix what he messed up. Now, a man, that's a difference between a man and a grown man. A grown man knows that he's wrong. And I'm going to say this. It ain't always his fault. Excuse me, y'all. Sometimes it's us. Hello. That's that self-check. Sometimes it's us. Sometimes we can push their buttons. I'm talking about push their buttons. Sometimes it's us. It ain't always necessarily them. Sometimes we the problems. Yeah. Say ouch. Say ouch. Say ouch. Sometimes we the problems. And see, this is what I'm talking about. My lives don't be to tear nobody down. Sometimes it can get uncomfortable. I can step on your toes, make you feel some type of way. But let's be real. It's time for us to heal, ladies. And sometimes we got to do a self-check. We can't just always, listen, and stop doing this all the time. Stop doing this. Lord, I'm coming to you because that man did this and he did that and he did. No, go to God about you sometimes. Lord, create in me a clean heart. Lord, I'm going to need you to step in sometimes because I be saying some stuff out my mouth. Like, go to God about you sometimes. I know. Say ouch. Quit going to God about, oh, it's his fault. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. Quit that. Go to God about you sometimes. Nobody ain't perfect. You ain't perfect. He ain't perfect. But listen, this is my last thing. I'm going to say this. I know a lot of people talking about, well, I should talk about relationships. God created a helpmate for everybody. I know. Don't argue. You want to be a single woman. You've been through too much. You know everybody ain't. God did not intend for you to be alone. And if you have a problem with what I'm saying, take it up with God. Take it up with God. That ain't me. That's God. God did that. He did. But listen. My husband is calling me now. My husband out of town, and he's blowing me up. We've been on for a little minute. I hope y'all enjoyed today's conversation. If you have not followed me on any platform, I am on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. All my names on my platforms is my name, but YouTube. My YouTube name is at PrettyBrown43. If you are new here and you haven't followed me and you like how I rock and I roll, follow your girl. Stay in contact. Go live. And like for the last 2 days, I've been going live on Facebook. And y'all, I really never go live on Facebook because these people actually know me and it ain't a lot of support. But I decided I'm going to do it anyways because I don't know which one of these platforms going to help me retire my mama. One of them going to help me retire my mama. But I don't actually get on here to get the money. Even though you can get paid on here, I actually get on here because I like talking to people. Social media has made it a way so that we can communicate with a plethora of people. I got people way from Europe listening in on me. I got people way from the Netherlands looking at me. I have people way from Africa listening to your girl. Your girl is global, if y'all didn't know that. But listen, I want to thank everybody that was on my TikTok, that tapped the screen, that shared it out, that sent a gift, that didn't send a gift, that engaged, that didn't engage. For the people that's in the background that don't ever support me, but you listen to me, thank you, thank you, thank you. To everybody on Facebook that listened to me, that engage with me, that sent me some stars. Because listen, I guess the stars matter. I don't know how that works because I never really be on Facebook like that. But I thank everybody for listening on Facebook. Everybody on my YouTube, thank you for watching, for engaging, for sharing out the live, for liking the live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, I cannot do none of this without you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you that showed up. Listen, we're going to get ready to pray. Repent of all my sins, Lord Jesus. I come to you humble. Thank you in advance for choosing me to be the person you chose to speak to your people. Lord, cover me from the top of my head to the sole of my feet. Lord, I plead the blood of Jesus over the airways, over my husband, over my son. I cancel any following spirits, any monitoring spirits, any jumping spirits, anything not sent by you. Lord, close the mouths of the enemy, close the ears of the prince of the air. Lord, open every door that needs to be opened and close every door that needs to be closed. If anybody is sick on my life, Lord, I'm asking you to heal them from the inside out because you said by your stripes we are healed. If anybody is weak on my life, Lord, I need you to whisper in their ear and let them know when they are weak, you are strong. Lord, make them the head and not the tail. Make them the first and not the last. Make them the lender and not the borrower. Lord, cover this word that was sent forth and let it not fall on deaf ears. Let it not return unto you void. Let it be sent out to do exactly what it was meant to do and touch your people. Lord, protect everybody that was on my life, their goings and their comings. Lord, I ask that you give them sweet sleep. I plead the blood of Jesus over the airways. Lord, I'm not wondering what you're going to do. I'm thanking you in advance for what you're about to do. In your son, Jesus' name, amen. Listen, until the next time, I want you to know that I love you. And it ain't not nothing you can do about it. Thank you, thank you, thank y'all for watching. Okay.